It is Sunday, the 4th of June, 2017. I'm in front of the Unitarian Church of Montreal, engaged in my alternative spiritual practice of protesting against Unitarian Universalist injustices, abuses, and hypocrisy. Just completed a half hour's worth of protest. And the chaplain for the, one of the chaplains for the Unitarian Church of Montreal just walked by, and I confronted her about her participation in Unitarian Universalist cover-up and denial of pedophilia and rape committed by Unitarian Universalist ministers. Shoshanna Green has involved herself in the erasure of my chalk slogans, such as this one. She didn't erase this one, at least not yet. But Shoshanna, although I haven't seen her holding the hose herself, she has supervised the process of erasing such chalk slogans. So when Shoshanna Green is directly involved in supervising the memory holding of slogans that say things like Unitarians misuse blasphemy law to cover up pedophilia, well, Shoshanna is totally implicated in Unitarian Universalist cover-up of such despicable crimes as pedophilia and rape committed by certain Unitarian Universalist ministers, to say nothing of certain Unitarian Universalist Sunday school teachers, also known as religious educators, to say nothing of certain Unitarian Universalist lay leaders, such as Richard Buell of First Parish Norwell, who was charged, tried, and convicted of the forcible rape of preteen girls who were no older than 12 years old at the times that the rapes took place, and by some estimates might have been as young as 6 when the rapes first began, because it does sound like they were repeated rapes, not just one-off occasions. I mean, 1 or 2 might have been one-offs, but it does seem that he repeatedly raped children, including female family members. In the case where he was convicted, it seems, based on the age difference, that the female family member that he was convicted of raping would have been a... It is somewhat amusing, unsafe sect. It does, of course, reference sexual misconduct. Yeah. So, yeah. So this woman's laughing, I think, with me. She's not, I think she caught the,
Why are you going to go to another church?
Because this one needs to be protested against. Why didn't Jesus go to another temple? I'm actually being a lot more peaceful than Jesus was. He had a whip, I remember, and turned over tables and stuff like that. He would have been arrested. Oh, he was arrested, I forgot. They executed too, He would have been arrested here in Canada, and he would have probably had a jail term. They wouldn't have killed him, but he would have been arrested. So this woman's asking, why don't I go to another church? And this is a common question. And I came back with, well, why didn't Jesus go to another temple? Actually, pretty good comeback, I'd say. And it's a fact. Here's the interesting thing, is Jesus was executed, crucified, days after his protest against the money changers at the temple. And yet, people rarely connect his arrest and execution, his crucifixion, to that quite, forceful protest. I mean, he had a whip. At minimum, he used that presumably on animals, but who knows, he might have used it on the money changers himself. He's reported to have turned over tables and so on. So this was not, a little peaceful public protest like mine is, where I'm just sort of walking back and forth with picket signs, and I have some chalk slogans and so on. No, this was a guy who went to the temple, or at least the area immediately outside the temple and caused a big, huge ruckus. He is reported,